What's some crazy childhood stories you have? One, it was when I was really small, and I want to look like my favorite Disney princess, Snow White. So I took a pair of scissors and cut my hair short. My mom thought it was a cat or some hairy pet that shed on the floor. Safe to say, she wasn't very happy when she realized it was me. I was around 10 years old and lived in Bothell, Washington. In May, at around 9:30 a.m. I was eating a bowl of Cheerios when there was a loud boom. I could feel the boom in my arms resting on the counter, in my feet on the floor, and in my chest. My mom and I looked outside, but didn't see anything. Turns out empty. Helens had erupted, and I both heard the eruption and felt it. The volcano was located 200 miles away. When I was around 6 or 7, my dad burned down a swimming pool. He was burning a stump that had been infested with fire ants, and it wasn't burning as quickly as he liked, so he asked me to get the gasoline. He poured it directly onto the fire, and the flame went up the stream, trying to stop it from getting to the spout. My dad whipped the can around, causing the flaming gas to hit the wall of the plastic pool. Good news was it put out the fire and drowned the ants. I saw a UFO with my dad on the way home from basketball practice. Looked like something straight out of a movie. Lights on the bottom, silver disc shaped, floated about 200 to 300 feet above us as we drove home. This was in upstate New York. We first thought it was some sort of plane until it zipped across the sky and vanished. Unbelievable experience, and I had trouble sleeping that night. Waking up the next day, it was all I could think about. My parents are JWs. When I was 4, I said I didn't care about Jehovah. My parents were shook. My dad put me in the car and drove me into the country. He dropped me off on a dirt road in the middle of nowhere. I remember chasing after the car as he sped away. I remember shouting, "Daddy, Daddy, wait." But he drove off. At some point, he circled back and picked me up. But I will never forget being left in the woods, BC. I'm not a religious zealot. My meth-making/dealing neighbor blew up my dad's car by putting soap in the exhaust pipe because he found out my parents were giving info to the police. He ended up going to prison, though, which was a relief. Also, in the first grade, a drug bust gone wrong led to a dealer fleeing from the police and firing rounds into the school. We were on lockdown until after 4 p.m. I remember playing with Pokemon marbles under my desk with friends. Then the following year, students in my grade had to watch a video explaining the dangers of being part of a gang. The town was dealing with a lot of gang violence at the time, so the school thought, hey, let's expose them to the traumatic reality at the ripe age of 8, so they don't end up joining a gang. Wild times.